It's devastating to have to come on here and share that whenever I was 19 years old, Gucci third leg burned me with HSV2. And he told me that he was going to send me his test results. And he never did. And it saddens me to hear that he's done this to so many girls. And there's girls with so many similar stories to me. And they're so young as well. He is preying on the young. He is preying on the new. And I'm so sorry for not saying this 7 months ago. I was scared. And I was making so much money. I can't keep being around the bush because you guys think I'm lying. And he can't ruin anybody else's life. I didn't know what he was known for. I didn't know who he was. I didn't do my research. And it is my fault.
She called herself the raw dog queen with pride, laughed about not using protection, boasted about living life unfiltered, unapologetic, and wild. But now, the very brand that made Sexy Red a viral sensation might be the thing destroying her reputation, her body, and maybe even her entire career. Because what started as edgy shock value marketing has spiraled into something darker, something messier. And this time, it's not just online jokes or gossip blogs. There are insiders talking, medical rumors swirling, and even her own baby daddy leaking phone calls that suggest Sexy Red is in the middle of a full-blown health crisis. But what makes this story even more chaotic? She's allegedly pointing the finger at Boosie, claiming he's the reason her life is falling apart. And then there's Gucci third leg, a name you probably didn't expect to show up. But once he enters the picture, everything gets even nastier. Now, Sexy Red has always played by her own rules. Her entire persona was built on saying the wildest things in the most casual way, like when she sat down in that interview with Lil Yachty and casually said, "I don't use condoms." Just flat out said it with zero shame, even while admitting she was sleeping with multiple men. That moment went viral because it was shocking, but people laughed. They thought it was just her being outrageous for clicks. But now that same energy is being looked at in a whole new light, especially after she went on Angela Yee's Lip Service podcast and openly admitted she caught chlamydia not once, but twice. She said it like it was just another day, like it was nothing. Fans were stunned. Because how do you publicly brag about not using protection, then turn around and confess to catching the clap? Twice? But instead of laying low or cleaning up her image, she did something that had everyone scratching their heads. She dropped a lip gloss line named after STDs, like real infections. Gonorrhea gloss, chlamydia shimmer, and even herpes haze. What was supposed to be a clever marketing stunt backfired hard, because people were already whispering about her health, her hygiene, and her reckless lifestyle. Turning STIs into cosmetic branding didn't come off as edgy, it came off as disturbing. The products didn't sell, the backlash was immediate, and the timing couldn't have been worse. Because around the same time, her own baby daddy came forward and started airing everything out. Out of nowhere, a leaked phone call dropped. In the audio, you can hear her baby daddy confronting her. He's not calm, he's not vague, he's accusing her, straight up, of knowingly passing an infection to him. And what's wild is that he doesn't even sound shocked. He sounds like a man who's been dealing with chaos for a while, and now he's just trying to warn everybody else. He basically said, "Y'all favorite rapper? She burning. So, if you smashing her, you getting burnt too." And the timeline he laid out? It points directly to her messing with another man right before she allegedly infected him. And who do people think that man is? Boosie. Yeah, Boosie. Now, if you remember, rumors about Sexy Red and Boosie started back in 2023 when she posted a picture laid up in bed with a mystery man wearing an ankle monitor. She didn't tag anyone, didn't drop a name, but she captioned it, "I like acting with drillers, dreadhead killers." Instantly, the internet went into full detective mode. Fans noticed that Boosie had been wearing an ankle monitor around that time, and while he doesn't have dreads, the rest of the driller profile matched too closely for comfort. That photo, the timing, the vibes, it all lined up just enough to get people whispering. And when Boosie caught wind of the gossip, he jumped on Twitter fast to shut it down. He tweeted something like, "Y'all trippin', that ain't my ankle, I'm on vacation with my daughter." He sounded mad, real mad, and tried to dead the rumors immediately. But the denial didn't exactly calm things down. In fact, it made fans more suspicious. Because shortly after that, Boosie showed up on the set of Sexy Red and Glorilla's music video for What You Know About Me. And the kicker? He wasn't even featured in the song. He wasn't in the track list. He wasn't supposed to be there. So why pull up to a video shoot for free? Well, according to street gossip, it's because Boosie and Sexy were allegedly messing around behind the scenes, and not just a little bit. Even in public appearances, their chemistry looked suspicious. There's a clip of Sexy Red hyping up one of Boosie's shows, and the way he was grinning in the background, giggling, cheesing like a teenage boy, it was obvious something was going on. So when Sexy's baby daddy said she gave him an STI and it happened right after she linked up with Boosie, people connected the dots real quick. And then things got worse. Because according to multiple insiders, Sexy's condition was a lot more serious than people thought. Behind closed doors, sources claim she started having physical symptoms that couldn't be ignored. We're talking intense discomfort, strange odors, emotional breakdowns, and even hospital visits. Some say her team scrambled to do damage control, canceling appearances, making excuses, and trying to bury the story before it got out of control. But it was too late. The story was already exploding, and people close to her started saying it wasn't just a case of one infection and done. Allegedly, Sexy was battling multiple STIs at once: chlamydia, trichomoniasis, and even herpes. And some say those untreated infections progressed into something much worse: pelvic inflammatory disease, a serious condition that can lead to long-term reproductive damage if left untreated. Now here's where it gets messier. Because instead of owning any of this, Sexy allegedly started pointing fingers. And she's blaming one man in particular, Boosie. According to insiders, she told people that if Boosie hadn't infected her in the first place, none of this would have happened. She allegedly claimed that whatever he gave her weakened her immune system, and that's what made her more vulnerable to everything else. Basically, she's saying it all started with him, and everything that happened after that was a domino effect. But if you thought the Boosie drama was wild, just wait. Because then, Gucci Third Leg entered the chat. Yes, that Gucci. The same dude who's been accused of knowingly spreading herpes like it's his side hustle. An OnlyFans performer named Date Davis went public with serious allegations against him. She said she tested positive for HSV2, genital herpes, and it came from him. But she wasn't alone. She claimed multiple women reached out to her saying the same thing, that they had been infected after sleeping with Gucci and that he never warned them. She even described the sores she saw on him and said it completely ruined her life. So when rumors popped up that Sexy Red had been messing with Gucci shortly after the Boosie fallout, that's when people really started to freak out. Because if she was already battling one infection and then linked up with someone like Gucci, it's no wonder things allegedly spiraled out of control. Now the whispers are turning into full-blown health crisis alerts. People are saying she might be dealing with multiple untreated infections at the same time, possibly damaging her fertility for good. It's no longer just messy, it's dangerous. And while Sexy is still posting, laughing, and brushing off the drama online, fans are seeing through it. Her denial posts, like, "Y'all believe anything on this app," only add fuel to the fire. Because the facts, the phone calls, the timelines, they're all adding up. And even the things she admitted on camera, like catching chlamydia twice, are being used as receipts to prove this might not just be gossip. This could be real. And yet, somehow, instead of slowing down or changing direction, she's doubling down, still leaning into the raw branding, still bragging about her sex life, still denying accountability. But if even half of these rumors are true, then Sexy Red might be dealing with way more than online hate. She could be fighting for her reputation, her health, and her entire future in the industry. Because this isn't just a storyline about messy hookups anymore. This is starting to look like a collapse in real time. And whether it's the men she chose, the lifestyle she pushed, or the brand she built, Sexy Red's spiral might be more serious than anyone expected. So the question now isn't, did she catch something? The question is, can she recover from all this? Because once you go from raw dog queen to full-blown cautionary tale, there might not be a comeback.